Wanna be where the sugar daddies are. I wanna see them spending their money on, what's that word again? Me.
That head, get that bread, and then you leave. That head, get that bread, and then you leave.
Say anything, just like a little laugh, whatever. So we get in the car on the way back. He's like, oh, you really like that truck? I'm like, yeah. He was like, wow, that truck, young people like you usually don't like that truck. I was like, yeah, I'm a Libra. I like creative stuff. I like different stuff. I love being different, and I just like unique or unorthodox things. So whatever. He didn't say anything else about it. 2 days went past, whatever. I want to say like the 3 days after that, he texted me, was like, can you afford a car note? So he's like, can you afford a car note? And I'm like, depends on how much. Like, I don't like car notes, you guys. I don't like bills. I don't like consistent paying on one thing. I just like do not like that. I had one car note in my whole life, and that was my first car. But anyways, I'm like, yeah, it depends on how much, even though I don't want to pay a car note. So he was like, how's between $450 and $500? So I'm like, I don't know. So I'm like, I don't like bills, whatever. So 2 days went past, nothing. Because at that point in time and space, I was trying to move. And that's what I told him. I was like, I'm trying to move. I'm not even looking for a car note right now. So he like, okay, don't worry about it. I'll let you drive this truck if you promise me to not wreck it until you find another vehicle. So I'm like, I am very responsible. I drive safe and all of that. So he like, okay, tomorrow we'll go pick it up. I thought he was lying, y'all. So he like, we'll talk about it tomorrow morning. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Tomorrow morning comes, I did not hear from him, and I'm just like, okay, whatever. I knew this guy I knew he was lying. That's what I'm thinking. So I want to say around 9:30. I know it was late because Moon was sleeping. She goes to sleep around between 7:45 and 8:30, between those times. So at night, he calls like, come outside. I forgot. So he like, come outside. So as soon as I got out the bed, I looked out the window because my room was upstairs facing the street. I could see everything, every vehicle. So I see that vehicle and I'm just like, oh my God, act normal. So anyways, I just come downstairs acting like I didn't see it. I'm just like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, here's the keys. So I'm like, oh no, you cannot just give me no keys like that and expect me to drive the car. I need the car in my name. I need to get insurance in my name. And so he's like, okay, no problem. We'll go do that tomorrow. So that night I'm just test driving it, driving all around, just like, just going around the block. So while I'm upstairs, like going to bed, I'm just like, after, I parked it, go back upstairs. I'm just like, oh my God, what would be the conditions? I'm just thinking the worst, like, oh my God, what do I have to give for this? Oh my God, what is going to happen? What is he going to ask me for? So the next day comes, So tomorrow comes, drop my daughter off at school, and he texts me like, hey, you ready? I'm like, yeah, I just got back. Of course, he seen me, we next door neighbors. He seen me come back after dropping my daughter off, and I drove her in my truck. But anyways, we go take care of all the business, and I'm just waiting to hear nothing. So we did a video contract, a voice contract, text contract, and a written contract. I need to get everything in paper so nobody never try to blame me. So after a whole day getting everything done, I enjoyed the car, and then it dawned on me like, girl, Malika Moon, you just manifested both things that you just visualized. One, me having a new vehicle, and two, me having a male sponsor, sugar daddy, whatever you want to call it, give me a car. So I had that car for about a year. My sister came down to visit me, so I wasn't giving him no attention. I was just giving all my attention to my sister. So the car, like, he's getting mad because I'm not giving him any attention. So the car just randomly stopped at the ice cream shop or the yogurt place. And I'm thinking I ran out of gas or something. I'm like, the gas hand must not be working. So I walked all the way to the gas station to put some gas in it. It still did not start up. So I'm calling him like, look, something is wrong with this car. Car's not starting up. He not answering. I'm sending text messages, voicemails, everything. So about 30 minutes later, he ended up calling back and was like, so he ended up calling back. I'm telling him what's going on, what is going on. So he was like, I don't really know what to tell you if you put gas in it, whatever. So he really not trying to help me. So I just hung up, irritated. So my sister's like, just try to start the car up again. crank the car, start up. It starts up, y'all. Okay, starts up, sounding good, running good. We continue on about our day. So he called like, hey, I'm gonna come pick up the car so we could put it on a machine and see what's going on with it. So I'm like, okay, I'll be home tonight. So he ended up coming that night like around 11 and towed the car out, supposedly to his shop. But while he was towing out, something told me to stop and get all my stuff out. I don't know why. I was like, oh, let me get my baby car seat out just in case, we gotta take an Uber somewhere. And, just let me get all my personal stuff that I had in there. So still not hearing nothing back from him for like 3 days. And I'm like, okay, what's wrong with my car? So by the 4th day, he ended up sending my best friend over to tell me that he want to cut it off with me. But I missed some spots. In between that time, in that year, I ended up moving into a house. I'm like, look, I want to manifest me a house. That's another story for another day. But I ended up manifesting me a house when people said it was impossible for me to manifest a house as a single mom in the city of LA with a backyard with everything that I desired. Long story short, that he ended up financing my move, helping me furnish my house and everything. But we fast forward to a year later. Remember, stay with me. So yeah, fast forward. So my best friend coming over was like, yeah, Tim said he know I'm going to be bothered with you, and sponsor or none of that. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. And so when my best friend leave, I'm thinking like, hold on, no, I got video contract, I got all type of contract, that is my vehicle, and if he decides to take it back, he has to buy me another one. That was the deal. So I called my best friend and I was like, hey, let him know this, and within 30 minutes my best friend was back with $6,000. So with that $6,000, I end up getting a nice Cadillac CTS, black sunroof. Man, when I say the interior was like brand new, that was like my favorite car. Y'all always have different cars. Like, I like to experience different cars. But anyways, yeah, I ended up buying me another luxury vehicle, and that was the end of that. But I told you guys this story to let you know, be very detailed in what you want to manifest, because that whole year that man was so clingy and so irritating. I'm just like, ah. But when I say I got anything that I wanted, but anyways, I wasn't clear. I didn't say a sponsor that I will be equally attracted to. I didn't say that we're gonna get along, that I just want to spend my, I didn't say everything that I desired. So I just got that exactly what I asked for, and I got my car, I got my vehicle. I didn't say a sponsor that would be equally aligned with me, or someone above that I can learn from and want to grow. I didn't say none of that. I'm just like, I just want the money. So next time I will be more clear. What is going on? Next time I will be more clear, and I want you guys to be more clear. So that is why I'm sharing this story with you guys. Bye.
What's up, y'all? And I'm back with story time. Public service announcement, y'all. Public service announcement. First of all, if you a sugar daddy, you a sugar daddy. Just say that. If you a sugar daddy, you a sugar daddy. Period. Point blank, period. So this old man gonna jump in my DMs, talk about some let me buy you lunch. Me, I ain't turning down no lunch. So I'm like, sure, you can go ahead and buy me lunch. So anyways, I gave him my Cash App, y'all. He sent me money for lunch. Then he sent his number. He sent his phone number in the little Cash App link, talking about some is more where that come from, and let me buy you dinner. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting dinner tonight too? Okay. Period. So I text him, I'm like, what's up? Let's get straight to the point. What's up? Is you a sugar daddy or what? Then he went on to tell me like what he want and what he looking for, and I'm like, okay. Anyways, y'all, he told me what he was looking for. Basically, looking for somebody he can pay their bills. He'll pay my rent. He'll pay my car note. This and that and this and that. So I'm like, okay, it sounded really nice. What's the catch? We going back and forth, conversating or whatever. Now he talking about something. He want to fly me out to I don't even know where he said he was at, but he either want to come here or he want to fly me out, and then he'll pay my bills and this and that. What's the catch? Like I said, what's the catch? Like, it's like at this point, you're sounding like you want something, like you wanting something for something. And I'm like, okay, so what I gotta do? What I gotta do? Because, okay, y'all, so this man back to the story. I don't even know where I left off at because I stopped recording this video and I went to go do something else. But now I'm back. But anyways, y'all, update. So the man sent me his account and his route number for some type of business. It's a funeral home. I don't even know, y'all. I don't even care. I don't even know and don't even care. So he told me to go ahead and take his account and his route number and pay my my rent and pay my my car payment. So y'all, I pay my rent, I pay my car payment, y'all, and we about to see if it's gonna return. Cause if it return, I'm gonna be mad as fuck. But you're not finna sit up here and give me an account number and expect for me not to use it. Anyways, y'all, we gonna see what happened. I'm gonna keep y'all updated. We gonna see what happened. But this man is now, he's hitting up my line, y'all, talking about some. This is just beyond me, y'all. Now he hitting up my line talking about some. He'll pay my rent and my car payment every month if I let him hear me. Like, he want me to basically record myself having sex. Like, he want to he want to hear me having sex. I don't know if he want to see the video or he want to hear me having sex with somebody and he want to listen. This man is crazy. Y'all, this man is crazy. Look, we about to see if that information go through, y'all. I'm gonna keep y'all.
Sugar daddy that pays my bills wants me back after I got a new boyfriend. Story time. After I finished my university program, I moved to Ikorodu to stay with my mom's older sister to start a new life. We was living together with our kids before I moved in. Living in the same house with them, that was the worst moment of my life. I suffered so much that if I do not drop money, they would not give me food. And if they give me food, it would look like they were feeding a 2-year-old girl. All this happened for 3 months in 2018 before I got a job as a waitress in a hotel. My first week there, I met a married man called Michael. Michael promised to make me happy and do everything that I wanted for me, and this made me so happy. Not long after we started dating, my boss came to ask me out and I told Michael about it, and he told me to be careful because my boss is a juju man. How did Michael know? Regardless of Michael's warning about my boss being a juju man, I did not care. I went ahead to fuck my boss because this man was providing for me, was giving me food money, and was always giving me allowance. At some point, my boss slipped and said that he could not do any harm to me because he could sense that I am an Ogbanje girl and my Ogbanje was going to hurt him. I continued working there for a few months, and around July the next month, I had to leave because Michael promised to give me everything I needed. He got me an apartment, moved me out of my mom's older sister's house, furnished the apartment, and the next month I was living large. Every guy that approached me around that time was like nothing to me because this man was giving me everything I wanted, and I ended up dating him for 3 years and 9 months. 2 weeks to my birthday last year, Michael broke up with me after I found out that he was already seeing another girl. I cried my eyes out because he had been the one sponsoring me and giving my mom allowance. On my birthday, he sent me a lot of money, although we're no longer together anymore. 9 months after our separation, he came back begging me, but I was already in a relationship with another person. Now Michael wants me back and my rent will be due soon. My new guy is broke, so he cannot afford to pay the rent for me, and Michael promised that he's going to pay the rent for me as soon as we get back together, because he was even the one that got the house for me in the first place. In fact, he had already changed my apartment for me 3 times. This was the 3rd apartment he got for me before we broke up. Now I am so confused, I don't know what to do, and I told my boyfriend about my ex, but I did not tell him that my ex is trying to come back. Can I play a game of maintaining my relationship while I'm still trying to take what Michael has to offer, or I should leave Michael alone completely and focus on my new boyfriend? Because to be honest, things are really tight and tough for me. I really don't know how you girls are doing it. I'm not gonna give you an advice because you're in a relationship, so.
I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. My sugar Splenda daddy has cut me off of my monthly stipends, and this is why my saving $9,000 in 6 months challenge is ruined. Now I call him Splenda sugar daddy for a reason, because Splenda, no sugar, contactless sugar daddy, that's what it is, and he's cut me off. No more funds for me. And then that's where the challenge went haywire, y'all, because how the heck am I supposed to save $9,000 in 6 months without my Splenda daddy? Are you here with me? He just cut my monthly stipend off, and where's my money? Okay, y'all, all BS aside, all comedians aside, all jokes aside, y'all, I failed, y'all, and I already cried about it, so we're just gonna tea. I'm just gonna talk to family like a one-on-one right now. So basically, y'all, I started the challenge, and I normally pre-record a bunch of videos and then I'll post them days later. What is happening is that the days that I post an older video are days where I struggle making money, days where I have multiple appointments, days where I'm just feeling sick and I can't work, days where my kids have stuff that I have to attend to, and then I'm just over here broke, y'all, because I can't make the money to put the $54 a day away, y'all. If I make $80 a day and then I have to put $30 in a gas tank, and then I have to buy food for the house, and then I have to put $25 on a bill that I'm late in, it's just like a running cycle. I'm running on a treadmill and I'm getting nowhere. So it's just like, I just don't want you guys to be disappointed in me, and I don't want you guys to think that I'm still going strong with it, because I suck. Where's the money? I don't have the money, y'all. And if somehow, some way, until December 31st, TikTok decides to make me freaking rich, I'll start back with my saving challenge, y'all. But I feel like I need to recreate and generate a new contract for this Splenda Daddy, because he's not gonna let me go this easy. No, I'm not gonna let him let me go this easy, because baby, no. I failed my TikTok family because you cut me off. Nah, I'm just playing, y'all. But yeah, I failed the challenge because some days I'm just not able to make the money, and I'm sad about it a little bit. But I know that you guys hopefully will forgive me. I know that you guys probably will understand. It's just like, I'm a single mom, me and the two kids, and it's just a struggle. So when I have those short paying days, it's just hard to put money away, and then a bill comes out the woodwork down the street, around the corner, in a whole nother state, and then they're just like, girl, we need this money now, or we're gonna cut this off. And I'm just like, where did y'all come from? Because y'all was not here a couple of weeks ago. And
in Atlanta, so basically I was cleaning out my car. Let's grocery shop while I tell you the story about how I got sugar daddied in Atlanta. So basically I was cleaning out my car, right? This guy comes up to me and he's like, how long you been living in Atlanta? So I lied to him. I said like 6 or 7 years, just lying. And he was like, you haven't ran into me? I said no. He said, well, they call me sugar. I said okay. He's like, you know what that means? I'm like, no. He's like, that means I'm sweet and I'd like to be sweet to you. And I'm like, oh, you know, I'm good. And he said, yeah, you're good, but you can always be better. And I'm like, you know what, you're right, but I am good right now. He's like, okay, well, think about it. I continue to wash my car. Then he asked me when my birthday is, what's my name, and I'm like, is he trying to steal my identity? What you need my birthday for? So anyway, at that point, he went through the actual car wash. I finished vacuuming my car and I tried to skirt the hell off. He pulled up next to me because I didn't do it fast enough. When I tell y'all I'm not a driver, but I was a driver that day, the way I backed out that spot and skirted out, and so I'm safe. No sugar daddy, but I'm like, did I make a mistake? Let's grocery shop while I tell you the story about how I got sugar